Hi, Jessie Nebulous here, and today we're going to be reacting and kind of analyzing Suicide by Ren, which is his latest offering, and will be the third song I've heard from him. I just recently did the reaction to Hi Ren, and I'm still kind of feeling that. And I actually intentionally didn't wear much eye makeup at all today. Specifically in case he makes me cry, because he almost made me cry with Hi Ren. I was very close to it, and now that I'm a bit more emotionally invested in who he is, I think he could very easily make me cry. So guess we'll just get into it. A little nervous to hit the play button. A little apprehensive. I don't know if I can take any more from this man. All right, let's go. I like the art style a lot.
Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. I'm so
beautiful.
fucking lonely beneath this. Narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, but can't sleep.
Sorry to stop so quickly, so soon. Just, there's a pig. That seems to be a repeating pattern in his videos, is the pig mask guy. Anyway, let's keep going.
A misfit. Some say trouble, but some say sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you. Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
I'm loving this art.
Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy.
Call back to Sick Boy.
I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick.
I'm so fucking washed up and seasick. Masochistic kid with a split lip. 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges. Useless my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale cause my cheeks leak colour. Truth is my father, you choose your karma. Draw for the sword, then drive through the armour. Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
I think he's gonna hit us with
It's
something.
hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sager, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plaster cast. The truth is to the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man, I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it worked, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hers. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd. Fuck.
Oh. Alright. Okay. I thought I might listen to it again, but I don't think I can. I kind of felt like I wanted to listen to it another time, but if I did, I'd start ugly crying. I don't want to ugly cry. In general, but particularly on camera. Oh. That was intense. Okay. The art style was beautiful. It was very, very visceral. I can't do this right now. I have to give myself a moment to collect myself because whew. I think we all can relate to this to some degree because we've either lost someone close to suicide or even if it's just like a celebrity that you care about, it can still affect you. And, Anthony Bourdain comes to mind. A friend of mine was really rattled by that. Or you can relate to it because you were the one who almost or made an attempt. I've suffered with depression most of my life. As a child, they called it behavioral disorder, but it was depression. They just don't really diagnose depression in children as very often. They do more now, but back in the 80s they didn't. They just called it a behavioral disorder. And I always had some things off with me medically, but it was around age 14 that I started to get really sick. And we didn't know at the time that it was autoimmune disease. It didn't get diagnosed for 15 years. Which is one of the reasons I relate to Ren's story so much, is that I had a similar situation. In that I had a genuine illness that was misdiagnosed as a mental illness. Or rather, I mean, I did have depression, but they said I also had a psychosomatic condition, which I didn't. I had autoimmune disease the whole time. So, physically, I was very ill. Emotionally, I was very ill. Mentally, very ill. The thing about being in pain is you reach a breaking point. There's only so much pain you can take. Whether it's emotional, mental, or physical. And you do reach a breaking point. And I almost got there, and I probably would have if I didn't find a pain relief option, which for me it was smoking marijuana. Because the doctors wouldn't treat me because they insisted I wasn't sick. So I started smoking, and that helped a lot until the doctors finally did start treating my pain later on. But I almost did reach my breaking point when I was about 19 or 20. The only reason I didn't follow through with my plan is because my sister told me she was pregnant. And I didn't want my niece to grow up only knowing me as a name. And I'm very glad that I didn't, because I didn't want to leave my loved ones left with the feelings that Ren just described. So if you're ever in that situation, get some help. The world's better with you in it, I know. And the dark side of you, that voice that tells you to do it, tells you that you're not worthwhile, you're not worth helping, or that you don't want to be a burden to other people, or that the world would be better without you in it, or people would be better off without you. And it's never true. And if you're on the other side of that and you know somebody who followed through and did and died, also get some help for your grief, because grief kills too, in different ways. Alright, the garbage man's coming. He's gonna ruin my video audio. So, alright, we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave me a like or a comment. And I hope to see you in the next one. Hopefully I won't cry in that one. I guess probably shouldn't be Ren then. Okay. Hope to see you in the next one. I'm Jessie Nebulous. Bye.